G'day all, Charles Tanner Zero Technical Director here, Stephen Gruber. Tonight we're talking on perception, decision, execution. You look, you think, you do. I will actually harp on a lot about this, and so will Robbie Valentine, the Director of Football. This year we want lots of communication, lots of scanning, calling, hands. If you want to see one of the best probably players, Frank Lampard. Don't look at his managerial coaching. Look at how he played. Look up the Frank Lampard scan. He's always scanning, calling for the ball, moving into space. Now, what we're trying to do here is we're not just waving a hand like we're an idiot and going, oh yeah, I just want the ball up here. You clearly show which foot you want it on, where you want it. Little Susie or little Johnny, but we're diplomatic nowadays, has the ball down here. And little Susie wants to pass the ball here, here, or here. She's got the ball. She's running down the field. She has to look up. She has to look. Perception, decision, execution. She has to look, she has to then think, and then do. What she's got here, she looks up, she may have three options, or he may have three options. Now, all of a sudden, each one of these players just stands there, doesn't say a word. Each time she has to guess, am I passing the ball here, here, or even further up here, or even over here for that one player? There's four options there to pass to for each one of them. This player over here might be an option. But if none of them calling, and I've got people running at me, especially like on Broadmeadow the weekend, they like to beehive and swamp the ball in a zonal block. Our 16s do the same. Now, if they're doing that, their decision time is very quick. You look up 1-2 seconds, and that time when they look up, that's your time to call for the ball. Move to space, call for it. If I want to move that ball fast, it has to go, this person has to show me where they want the ball. Pass here, pass here, pass here, pass here, go for goal. It's pretty simple. If we don't call, every single time I've got players running at me, I have to look up and I'm guessing where to pass. Slows my decision down. If I look up and this player here goes here, got a hand out, bang, pass the ball down there. This person runs through, screams, calls, bang, in there, shoot for goal. Could be done all within less than 5 seconds. If not, then I'm passing here very slowly. They're gingerly passing there, passing there. Every time it's a guess. This bloke may want the ball up here. I pass in behind here. It's not what he wants. He's now got to run back, get it. Now he has to make a new decision where to play the ball. And that is something we'll be harping on all year long. If we want to move the ball fast around the field, you've got to scan straight away, see what's happening around you, use your hands, and then call for it as well. Perception, decision, execution. It's actually shortened and it's called PDE. It's very simple and you can move a ball so quickly around the field just by using communication and using your hands. If you don't know, then call here, but if you know the person, call the hands. Now don't just run around the field going here, 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 here. No, move to space. So this bloke might have 4 people there. Can he then move to space over here, then call? Call when they've actually just, as soon as they start to raise their head, that's their time when they're thinking. As soon as you actually see them raise their head, or they've got their head on a little bit of a tilt, that's the time when you should be calling for the ball straight away using your hands. It's a pretty simple thing. Otherwise, you're passing and it's slow. Now I'll use a prime example. I was watching this bloke do a drill with kids, 2 bouncers on either end of the box and 2 blokes in the middle. And all it was, this bloke had to get the ball off him, passes to the opposite, he then passes to him, passes back to him, this bloke passes back to the other one and then plays back and then they repeat to the other side. Very simple drill, there, back and then to the opposite side again and then back again. Very simple drill. Most of the kids were doing it and doing it quite good and fine. Then we had 2 kids come in here, true community kids, didn't scan, didn't call. This drill, 40 seconds in, it looked pathetic, the drill did. It almost to the stage where you just wanted to walk in and just shut it down. It looked like a really bad drill. It was just a simple one-off. What we're trying to get them to do is scan, open up into space, receive the ball. Can they play on the front foot playing that way? If not, run in a little 1-2 across there, open up, receive again, play there. It was a simple drill, but it still had some game realistic characteristics to it. Now, as I said, after 40 seconds, me and the other coach just went, stop. Got them to call, And before that, we're throwing balls in every 5 seconds because they're just mistake after mistake. All of a sudden, when we stopped it, told these two to call, and even these ones to call and use their hand. Bang, 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 bang. These two blokes all of a sudden turned into two little stars. And all it was communication, and they could move a ball bang, bang like that, nice and fast and quick. Without the communication, these two, you would have just shut the drill down. It looked really bad. And that, when we walk into drills, me or Robbie, with the trainings, we will be going into perception, decision, execution, PDE, look, think, do. We want communication, we want hands. If I have a hand right out in front of you, then I want the ball out in front. Same on the other side. Make sure you use one hand clearly which foot you want it on. Don't, if you want a ball right at your feet, then go like that. But a lot of people go here. Now all of a sudden, if I'm running down the field again and I look up and I see someone go like this, I'm guessing. I want the ball in this area. Make their decision clear. Go here and call here, or say, Richard here, bang. That decision time, that little Johnny or Susie gets the ball, can pass the ball like that within 1 or 2 seconds. If you're not calling, each single time that pass, we're either just guessing and just getting rid of it and see what happens. You're not going to move a ball up a field very good if there's no communication. 2, every time I call, my decision can be 1 or 2 seconds. If not, it's a 3 or 4 second, and then I decide and pass it. By that time, you're going to have people coming in and shutting you down. We want to play a fast style soccer this year, and to do that, it needs to be communication. Perception, decision, execution. Now, there's 2 ways also of doing this. I've talked about this, and you'll end up hearing the word BP, ball possession. That's when we have the ball. When we have the ball and we're moving it there like that, that's when we can call and help our teammates by calling and able to move the ball faster down the field. Now, there is an actual opposite. We lose the ball. Ball, BPO, ball possession opponent, means the other team has the ball. Now, we can also work in defense when we don't have the ball, in communication, and very well. A lot of times, people see a ball, there's the black, they might see a ball over here and it's called ball watching. 3 blokes start to drift towards that ball, and these ones all start drifting in, and they all start coming across the field like this, watching the ball. That's called ball watching. What happens there is a team like Broadmeadow, is they'll pass the ball, bang, 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 and everyone goes, oh wow, wonderful. They are an awesome team. They've got a whole structure, they pass the ball well. Well, that's a load of it. All it is we've just ball watching. We've made them look good. All we have to do is say the ball's over here, we have to find our man. And man mark instantly. Within 5 seconds, it's called the Gegenpress. There's 2 styles of Gegenpressing. One, it's either actual zonal block or it's a man marking. I like the man marking. Our 16s NPL boys like the zonal block. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not a fan of zonal blocking in the back 3, but the rest of them, it's all right. It's sometimes you do have to do a zonal block. You may not, it may look a bit silly running away from all the play and finding your man. Sometimes you don't have time, you want to shut the play down quick. Now, if these players, when you actually have in the Gegenpress, 2 ways. One, you come in for a zonal block like that, one goes to the ball and the other 2 try to actually shut it down, and the rest would then come into this area and stop a play there. This one might stop at that. That's an actual zonal blocking, and that's how the 16s play. They want to quickly swap the ball and win it. Not too bad. If you either do the zonal block, then you've got to come in 2 zonal blocking. These 3 have to communicate within really fast. Comes down to perception, decision, execution again. Straight away, this bloke starts running in, or is it me or is it him? They start humming and hawing, indecisive. You're not going to shut the ball down. You're going to make mistakes. These 3, this bloke goes, you go, you press, I hold, he holds, and they talk. And then these ones talk where to sit. Here, here, here. And it should be your centre backs doing the talking at all times, or your 6 or your goalie finds their man. That's a zonal block. Now, that can still work too, which is good. The other one would be, and we're looking at a 4-3-3, 3-4-3, with a flat 4 in the middle here. Say if the opposition, again, with a man marking, I like the one with Pep Guardiola actually plays this one. 5 seconds, find your man. I love it. Now, the ball's there with little Susie, Well, Johnny over here has the ball. Straight away, this bloke, centre back, or these ones, or even the blokes around, talk to it, communicate to each other. He will say, you go there, I go here, he goes here, goes there. He has no options to play to. If he does play and you sit goal side, little Susie plays the ball here. There's no options really to play to. Maybe here, no forward runs. It's usually always going to go backwards. Now, if you want a high press, like a gegenpress, man marking, what you do there is every single option they have, your goal side. Every single time. Now, if the ball's over here, for example, and your goal side, and this bloke sits a bit lazy there like that, he's going to receive it and play forward. If we sit there like that, and we have a high press in their back half, and the ball, and he drifts across here, that player does, you drift. If he drifts that way, you get back there. They will then receive the ball on the back foot, facing backwards, and their only option then is back, or they're going to try to turn into you, which is hard, and the chance of that actually holding that ball is very slim. That is how you do a Gegen man marking high press in that back half, and it works by communication. So that's the regardless of the communication with BP, ball possession, and then the BP ball possession opponent. Same thing, scan, call, hands is part of the perception, decision, execution. It all comes in. Now this bloke here, without the scanning, he's not going to know where to move to. He still uses his hands in the BPO. He can still point to this bloke where to move to. He's still calling, talking to each other. Communication is a massively key thing, and it's across the board from under the nines through to a lot of the first grade teams. I work with first grades and adults, and they're all scared of calling. This little Johnny here's worried if I tell these blokes where to move, they're all going to turn around and tell me where to go. Don't be scared. Tell them where to move to. And it will actually understand after a while, oh, he's right. That is my man. Like some bloke over here, or girl over here, he's telling them to move there. They go, hang on, but the ball's there. I want to move there. No, be firm. Tell them to move there. And eventually I'll go, oh, he was right. And that is what we need to do with this year. So when me and Robbie walk around the director of football and we start talking about the PDE, the perception, decision, execution, this is what we're wanting. We are wanting in the BP, we want you to call, move into space and call for the ball to make my decision quicker and easier to move the ball down the field. In BPO, what we're wanting is we want you to talk whose man is who. If it's a zonal block, then talk who goes to the ball and then who sits out to block the pass. And with a zonal blocking, it's not just a charge in and go in there and win the ball like that. I might come in this way. Well, the bloke goes run down there. The bloke charging in has to actually think about it quite smartly. He has to scan. He has to know where these players are. If they're his players, then he would come to this side, force him to play into those players. We have to be smart in BP and BPO. Same thing, it's all communication, whether it's in man marking or it's in BPO. Any more questions, feel free to give me a call or ask me. Thank you very much.